Hi all, in this video we shall show how to change the protection mode with multiple standby databases using OCI console. When creating the first standby in the DataGuard group resource, the UI defaults on protection mode as max performance and transport type as async. This is read-only and the drop-down is disabled so that the user cannot change either the protection mode or transport type during standby creation of the first standby database. Now once the standby databases are created, you can then click the edit option by clicking on the three dots against any row in the DataGuard group table on both primary or standby database page. In the case of changing the DataGuard type, you can choose a different DataGuard type for each standby database that you are creating. However, this can only be edited from a standby database and not from primary. So for any changes, you need to specify the database admin password. Here are the rules for protection mode and transport type. Protection mode can be changed from max performance to max availability or vice versa. This can be done from the primary or any standby. For transport type, this can be changed from async to sync or vice versa. This can be done from a specific standby and not from the primary. When choosing protection mode as maximum availability, all standbys are checked to ensure that there is at least one standby with transport type equal to sync. If not, as displayed here in the slide, an error will be displayed stating, to achieve zero data loss, you require at least one standby with sync transport type. Rob will now show how to change the protection mode in UI in the demo.
Thanks, Neo. Let's connect to the DataGuard broker and take a look at the configuration. We can see it's made up of a primary database and two standby databases. If we do a show configuration verbose, we can see our protection mode is max performance. If we look at the primary, we can see the transport mode is async. And this is to be expected because we have a protection mode of maximum performance. If we look at our standbys, again we can see a transport mode of async. And if we look at our other standby, we have a transport mode of async as well. If we select database details, if we go to DataGuard group, we can see the primary and the standbys, their protection mode and their transport type as seen in the broker. If we select the primary and go to edit and try to change the protection mode to maximum availability, we'll need to enter in the database password as well. When we go to save those changes, we hit an error and we see that it's telling us that to move to maximum availability, we need at least one of the standbys to be in synchronous transport mode. Currently, as we've seen, they're both in asynchronous mode. So let's cancel that window. Select one of the standbys. Select edit and change the protection mode to maximum availability with a transport type of sync or synchronous. Enter the database password and hit edit DataGuard. We can see the database is in a updating state. If we select on the standby, go to work requests, we can see update DataGuard and we can see the work request is at around 10% complete. And it's giving us log messages, it's telling us what it's doing. The work request has completed successfully. If we go back to database details, back to DataGuard group, we can now see that the standby we selected is in synchronous mode and the protection mode has been changed to maximum availability rather than maximum performance. The protection mode is set at the DataGuard level, so once it's changed it affects all of the standbys, not just the one we edited. If we go to our DataGuard group, we can see the protection mode has been switched to maximum availability across all of the standbys, but we now have a split in transport type with one of the standbys being synchronous transport mode and the other standby remaining as asynchronous. This ends the demo. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.